Today, we're taking a flight from San Francisco, California to Incheon, South Korea. We're starting at SFO International Terminal G and flying on Asiana Airlines. And because we're flying in business class, we got to use the dedicated business class check-in counter. We were also granted access to the United Polaris Lounge because we're flying on an international long-haul business class flight on a Star Alliance member, Asiana. The lounge is located right after the security checkpoint and is huge, spanning 2 floors and takes up about 28,000 square feet. There's a bunch of different seating like booths and tables and a nice bar, and even a restaurant with table service and an a la carte menu that you can order from. Unfortunately, I don't have much else to show you about this lounge because this was an 11 p.m. flight and way past my daughter's bedtime. So we spent most of our time in the very back corner where it was quiet so that she could sleep. We're flying on Asiana's A350-900, which has a total of 28 business class seats. The seats are in a 1-to-1 configuration, allowing every passenger to have direct aisle access. Window seats alternate between closer to the aisle and being tucked against the window, while the 2 middle seats alternate between honeymoon seats and others that are a bit more separated. I was seated in 3K, which is a window seat closer to the aisle, while my wife and daughter were in 2K, closer to the window, providing a bit more privacy. The seats come with a pillow and blanket and convert into lie-flat beds, and as you can see, my daughter enjoyed it the most. There's a footrest under the TV and a place to store your shoes under that. But it's not that deep, so I had to stack my shoes on top of each other. I went ahead and put on the slippers that they provided. You also get a pair of headphones, a bottle of water, and an amenity kit, which includes a toothbrush and toothpaste, a comb, earplugs, lotion, and an eye mask. Every seat also has an 18.5-inch TV screen that you can control with touchscreen. Here's my hand for scale, or you can use the remote on the side of the seat. The tray tables are built into the back of the seat in front of you and swivels out. Pretty good range of motion. And there's also this hook that you can use to hang your clothes. But it's not that tall, so my jacket was actually touching the floor. And tucked in here is the safety information pamphlet. The A350-900 has 2 bathrooms at the very front of the cabin, and they're nothing that spectacular. Pretty decent size in here: sink, toilet, mirror, and door. There's an amenity tray for extra toothbrushes, mouthwash, comb, razor, and lotion. Toilet paper down here, small disposable cups, paper towels, tissues, wastebasket, and toilet seat covers. And if you're traveling with a baby like we were, then the changing table is located above the toilet. And it's honestly pretty big. About an hour into the flight, we were served dinner, and we had the choice of the Western menu or the Korean menu. I always go for the Korean menu. First was the appetizer, which was pickled turnip roll with crab meat and vegetables. Nothing too heavy and pretty refreshing. I also had a Korean beer called kas, and for the main course, bibimbap came out. Basically, you just have to mix all the ingredients together. So after I mixed the rice, sesame oil, and gochujang into the bowl of veggies, this is what it should look like. The sides were a soup, stir-fried anchovies, and kimchi. Finally, for dessert, we have a plate of fruit and some traditional Korean snacks. That concluded the dinner service, so I converted my seat into a bed and tried to get some sleep. But if you take a look at the bottom of the menu, it says that there are some snacks that you can order throughout the flight. So we had to get the spicy ramen. And then we tried to get some sleep again. There was also a drink menu, but we didn't really get a chance to sample any since we were busy taking care of our kid. Finally, when we were flying over Japan with about 2 hours left in the flight, the breakfast menu was served. Starting with yogurt and some fresh fruit, Then the flight attendants came around again with a basket of warm bread, and came around once again to pour some coffee or tea. Finally, the main course, and I chose the chicken mushroom porridge. Pretty good. My wife chose the omelette instead, which comes with pork sausage and roasted potatoes, so I stole a bit of hers as well. So how did I book this flight? The cash rate for this Asiana flight was about $5,000 per person, and there was no way I was going to pay for that. So I chose to use my credit card points instead. And I was able to book through Air Canada for 75,000 points per adult, and adding a lap infant with Air Canada is only 2,500 points, for a grand total of 152,500 points and 164 Canadian dollars, which comes out to about 120 US dollars. All the major credit card issuers have Air Canada as a transfer partner, so I moved some of my credit card points over to Air Canada to book this flight. Now, how did I book an Asiana flight with Air Canada points? Well, this is possible because both Asiana and Air Canada are part of Star Alliance, so you can use each other's miles to book each other's flights. But finding this business class award availability wasn't easy, and we had to be very flexible. We didn't book our business class seats until about 2 to 3 weeks before departure. We already had confirmed economy seats that we paid cash for, and we booked them at a refundable rate so that if business class availability happened to open up, we could grab it immediately and be able to cancel our economy seats. Overall thoughts, would I fly Asiana business class again? With cash, probably not, but with points, 100%. This was a pretty long flight at 13 hours, and it definitely helped to have a lie-flat bed so that our 10-month-old could just sleep the whole time. The flight attendants were also super nice to us, and their service was just amazing. They checked up on us multiple times throughout the flight, asking us specifically if we needed anything for the baby, and as new parents flying for the first time, this definitely helped to ease our anxiety. The food was also really good, and I especially liked the Korean bibimbap. Anyway, that's my review of Asiana's business class in the A350-900. Comment down below if you think it was worth it and if you would book at 75,000 points.